Hey, what's up, guys and gals? I've been putting this video off for a little while. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to approach this one, but I promised you guys a channel update, and forgive my earthquakiness right now. My desk is very flimsy at the I got a flimsy desk, alright? I got a flimsy desk. I don't know what to do about it. And so anyways, I've been owing you guys kind of like a channel update and kind of like a check-in and all that kind of stuff. And the truth of the matter is, I feel like I really kind of owe you guys a bit of an apology lately, too. The channel's in a weird place right now. I don't really know what to say about it. Lately, I've been feeling pretty tired, and pretty burned out. In all honesty, I'm working that overtime right now, and I know that I've been making mistakes up on the channel pretty frequently. What with the uploads being out of order, and I've had a couple things that have been out of sync lately due to like technical problems, stuff like that. But anyways, I just wanted to sit down and chat with everybody and kind of like talk about things that are going on and sort of where things are going and how things are going to play out. I suppose like the biggest part that I wanted to approach everybody about is that like I'm a little bit conflicted at the moment. Earlier on this year, we made some pretty sweeping changes to the channel, moving from like a Let's Play format to kind of like a gameplay impressions format. And while I feel like that is the better format for me, like I feel like showing off indie games, I get to do that a lot better now, whereas before there was constantly kind of just like indie games that I was missing because I just didn't have time to play them on the channel because we have like, episode 30 of this needs to go up, episode 20 of this, episode 4 of this needs to go up. And I know that was kind of a controversial change. It was actually really controversial. I think a lot of people were upset about it, and fair enough. Fair enough. The channel grew up during a certain thing, but back in March, I was really kind of feeling frustrated with the way things are going, and so I decided to shake things up a little bit and to change things around. And at this point, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I'm beginning to think that maybe I made the wrong call in that regard, but like second guessing yourself about stuff like that is always kind of a confusing situation to be in because this is all kind of amorphous. I don't really like doing these internet guy videos. When other YouTubers make these little update videos, I always feel like they're like a little bit pretentious. I don't like them. I don't like doing update videos. They always feel like attention seeking or something like that to me. And I don't like making these videos. And so I'm kind of in a weird position right now where I'm making an update video that, it's basically just to tell you all that like I'm tired. I'm real tired. I'm real tired and I'm real burned out. I've been going through health problems for like the last year or so, and I haven't really talked about them on the channel at all because I didn't feel like it was relevant to my work. But at this point, I've been messing up enough on the channel recently and kind of doing things wrong and kind of just messing up with just editing and stuff like that to where I feel like it's kind of time to just sort of sit down and talk about it. Otherwise, it just seems like I'm screwing up and just being like, oh, well, I don't give a shit. I don't care. And nothing could be further from the truth. It's actually eating me up pretty badly right now where I just keep making mistakes. And when I'm making mistakes, I'm getting frustrated and then I'm becoming more self-conscious about it. So you make even more mistakes because you're so worried about making mistakes and you're not doing anything by the natural process anymore. You're not doing things the way that you're used to doing them anymore. And so anyways, I don't know. I've been going through some health stuff lately. Essentially, my stomach does not work anymore, as far as I can tell. It's triggered by a number of different foods. I don't have like any sort of like celiac or anything like that, but I've been going to the doctor for about a year now, trying to figure out what's wrong with my stomach because it hurts all the time, like all the time. It hurts, and frankly, it's very very difficult to work with. Like I've got a pretty vicious pain in my lower stomach all of the time. And I've been seeing a doctor. I've gone through tests after tests. I've seen specialist after specialist. I've had outpatient surgeries done. I've had, operations and little random things done. I've gone in and they've shoved every scope and every camera and every random light into me that they possibly can, and they just can't seem to figure out what's wrong. And a side effect of that is that I'm just exhausted. And one of the reasons I swapped over to the new format is to make room for that because it allows me a lot more time in the day. So like when I'm only doing a couple videos a day, I'm still working full time on YouTube, but when I only do like a couple videos a day, it eases back on the work so that if something goes wrong and I end up taking a day or two off, it's not that big of a deal and I can recover. Whereas at the previous 4 video a day format, it just wasn't possible for me to go see all these doctors and do all these things that I was supposed to be doing and at the same time not fall behind. I mean, on top of that, I don't think that, I don't know. On top of that, my morale has been real low lately and I don't exactly know why. I mean, I don't know if it's just like a disenfranchisement with what I wanted this online thing to be and just kind of like, chasing things down and trying to be like an indie guy. I don't really even know what to say about it. Like, I've been thinking about this for about a week now since I announced that there was going to be an update video. And the truth of the matter is, I've been thinking about the way that I wanted to go through and talk about this, and I don't really know what direction to hit it from. And so anyways, I suppose the truth of the matter is that I'm in a situation right now where I'm just not really happy with what I'm producing on the internet. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing well, and so, I've started doing Twitch a lot more, but at the same time, I feel like that in some ways is like a weird betrayal. But, I mean, the general point of this video, and as you can tell, this is going to be sort of meandering, and I don't know if this is ever going to strike at the point that I'm trying to get to, because I don't really know what my point is with this video. But anyways, I've been Twitch streaming about 5 or 6 hours a day, just every single day now, and it's a great way to interact with all of you. Like, it truly and sincerely is, and I've been enjoying it so much, and it's kind of the interaction that, like, I can't get here on YouTube. I very much miss the days on YouTube where I had like 2,000 subscribers and every video only got like 60 or 70 views, and like I knew all my commenters and stuff like that. And in a lot of ways, I kind of feel like I've lost that connection. And so like when there's negative comments and there's people that are fundamentally upset about the way that like the channel's being run or things are happening right now, I don't know how to reconnect that anymore. Like, I wish that there was something I could do to really just be like, it's gonna be okay. Like, everything is fine here on the channel. But I don't know. I've slipped into kind of this weird, just kind of vortex, I guess. It's weird. I don't know, man. It just feels like I got my feet stuck in one place, and I don't know what I want to do, because the last time I made sweeping changes to the channel, it didn't go exactly as I thought it was going to go, and now I'm afraid to make changes, and I'm afraid to move things around, and I'm afraid to try new stuff. And it's a weird place to be in, because I'm always very confident about the stuff that I do. I'm usually here on the internet just like, oh yeah, it's totally going to work. Don't worry about it. We'll throw something at it and see what happens. And so really, I just kind of wanted to reach out to my community with a little update video right here and let you know that, like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be making videos. The Adpocalypse has definitely been a problem for me. It's been frustrating, and things have not been great lately for me on the channel, and to the point where I try anymore just not to look at it, because I feel like it gets inside of my head when I look at it and I'm following numbers and I'm following trends and stuff like that. I really do sincerely feel like it gets into my head and it makes me do even worse. And, when one's morale is already sort of sapped and you're already exhausted and you're already tired and you're already, like, burned out from every direction from trying to do things, you try to take the weight off however you can. And it sounds so stupid to me when I say it out loud. It really sincerely does. Like, I make videos on the internet. It doesn't feel to me like the responsibility is that large or that the job is that difficult, and yet somehow I just can't seem to get it right lately. I just can't seem to put 2 and 2 together and, finalize the equation that I want, and it's been tremendously frustrating. And so really, I just want to let you guys know the channel's not going anywhere. My increased time on Twitch is mostly due to the fact that the Adpocalypse has hit me pretty hard, and I'm just exploring other options to make sure that I get to keep making videos here on the internet, and I keep getting to show off indie games, which ultimately was the point of this whole thing 5 years ago when I started, was just to hang out, have a good time, and play some indie games, I have noticed that some people have been pretty grumpy about the things that I've been doing lately on the channel, and it's definitely gotten to me. It's gotten in the back of my head, and it's not even like one of those things where somebody's always going to be like, fuck the haters, don't worry about it. It's not even just like haters. It's not haters at all. It's people who have legitimate grievances against the way things are going on the channel versus what they liked about the channel several years ago, and I don't really know how to respond to that. I just kind of feel like I'm letting people down, and I kind of feel like I'm not doing my best work right now with everything that's going on in my real life. And it's one of those things where you can't really take a break, because if you take a break from YouTube, that's it, man. Like, you can't, like, leave for a couple months and come back. That's just not how this business works. And frankly, with things how they are, I need to keep working. I'm the kind of person that, when I'm feeling low, I like to keep working. It gets my mind off of things. It keeps me moving forward. And so I don't really think I want to do that either. But anyways, I owed you guys an update video, and I'll just let you know that, like, the Adpocalypse has hit the channel pretty hard. YouTube is still a job for me. Like, it's still a thing that I'm doing every single day, but I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't starting to look more attractive as a hobby anymore, because the Adpocalypse has really kind of scared the stiffness out of my spine. I'll be honest with you, you get used to, like, normal paychecks coming through from, like, YouTube, and I know it's crass to talk about that kind of stuff on the internet, and people don't really like to talk about it, and the Adpocalypse scared me a little bit. It really sincerely did. It kind of made me realize how fragile this whole thing is, and how YouTube can kind of turn off the tap on you whenever they want for whatever arbitrary reason, and it really kind of it scared the puff out of my chest. I'll tell you that much. For sure. And so that's why I've been spending a little bit more time on Twitch with the VODs and doing stuff like that, just trying to make sure that, like, I've got a backup plan and I've got a way to pay the bills if this continues to get worse. As of right now, it's not crazy bad. It's frustratingly bad, but it's not ridiculously, ludicrously, all right, I'm filling out job applications bad. It's not at that level. And frankly, when that time comes, I'll do it without a complaint because I've had a good time here on YouTube, and I think that I've been tremendously privileged to be, like, blessed with all of you who come every single day and, you know, give me your thoughts and enjoy the weird realm that indie gaming is. And so anyways, I feel like I've said "and so anyways" about 100 times during this video, but frankly, I don't know how to segue in between things anymore because I'm just kind of cataloging thoughts as I go. And so anyways, I hope you will join me on the Twitch stream. I stream every single day. But that's not the point of this video, is to plug. I feel like I've been plugging the Twitch stream too much lately anyways, and so that's not the point here. The point is just to let you know that I'm tired, man. I'm dog tired. I'm real tired, and my morale has never been kind of lower than it is right now with everything going on. I feel like YouTube has kind of ripped the rug out from under a lot of content creators and kind of put us in a compromised position, and it's added a whole lot of uncertainty to what it is that I do here. It's made me second guess whether I should be doing what I do, whether I made the right decision earlier on this year. And I'm shook right now. That's really the truth of the matter, is that, like, mentally, as far as my YouTube game goes right now, I don't think I've ever been in a worse place where I just don't know what calls to make anymore. And it's kind of like one of those things where I used to play baseball, and people were always weird when they got hit with, like, a real bad pitch. After that, they were always skittish, and some people bounced back from it, and some people did not. You know what I mean? Like, if you took a real hard hit to the side of the head or whatever, some people had trouble getting in the batter's box again, and I think that I've got a little bit of that going on right now, and I feel like I need to, you know, beg your indulgence as I go along here, although I don't know if begging is the right term. Basically, I just need to ask you for your continued support as I go forward, and to just sort of, you know, be aware that when I'm messing things up, it's not because I don't care about this job, or because I've mentally clocked out, or because I'm phoning it in, or I don't care anymore, or anything like that. It's just that my mental game is weak right now. It really sincerely is. I'm pulling 50, 60-hour weeks right now, and just, like, working around the clock and sleeping when I can and getting stuff done, and I'm having trouble adjusting to everything. I really am. And so anyways, it feels stupid. Like I said, it feels really stupid because this is not a hard job. I was a roofer before I did this. Like, I know what hard manual labor feels like, but I suppose there's something different than working for somebody else in the construction field and working for yourself, where when you're working for yourself, it's very difficult to set boundaries and be like, I'm going to go this far, and if it doesn't work, then no further, or I'm going to put in this many hours, because I always have that drive to keep going and to keep making stuff, because I love indie gaming, and I just want people to see indie games. That's all that I've ever really wanted from this whole YouTube experience. And it started as a hobby, and it turned into a career. And this year, I've just found myself in a very weird spot for the last 4 or 5 months. And I'd be lying if I said my personal health situation wasn't exacerbating the issue a lot. It's made it very difficult to focus on things and get stuff done. But at the same time, I just wanted to say thank you for supporting me. I'm sorry for some of the foibles and some of the screw-ups that have been happening over the last month or so. I know that things have just not been lining up properly, and I get very frustrated about it, and I get very much down about it, and it eats at me when I mess up on the channel. It really does, because I'm the kind of person that identifies with my job, and I feel like I'm not doing a good job right now, which makes me feel kind of shitty. It makes me feel really shitty. It's pretty much all that I can think about lately, and I keep trying to look for ways to get back up on the horse and get things back to the way that they were, where they're flowing smoothly. But every time I try to do that, it's like there's some extenuating circumstance, there's some personal illness, there's some kind of weird YouTube drama or something else like that that causes it to get kind of kicked out of the way and things not to go according to plan. You know, best laid plans of mice and men and all that sort of thing. And so anyways, I felt like I owed you a video, and that was ultimately my point, is that, like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving YouTube for Twitch. None of that sort of thing is actively happening right now. I'm just kind of diversifying what I do, because the Adpocalypse and my own personal circumstance has kind of scared me and showed me how fragile this whole thing is. And I'm just trying to make sure that I get to show off indie games for as long as possible here on the internet while still being able to maintain my responsibilities in real life. And it can be very difficult to detach online life from real life when you're a part of this whole YouTube thing. It really sincerely can. And so anyways, that's my spiel. Thank you for supporting me. I apologize for the missteps and the things that have not been going right lately. Part of me was pondering going back to just the full long plays and doing those, but I don't know if that's even an option anymore. I seem to have very much alienated a lot of you with my decisions over the last year, and I don't know how to come back and recover from that. Also, I like the work that I'm doing right now. I very much like showing off the gameplay impressions of various things. And so anyways, that's really my point, is that I just wanted to apologize for anybody if I failed to meet expectations. Rest assured, I've been failing to meet my own expectations that I have for myself as well, which has got me more or less just kind of eaten up with my own self-doubt lately. I wanted to say thank you for supporting me in spite of those things that I've done that I haven't been able to kind of get put together properly. For all the Patreon people, I've really dropped the ball with all of you as well, and I do owe you an apology for that too. The Patreon will be getting an overhaul lately. I will be taking care of it, but as I said, I'm so tired and I'm so burned out right now, and I just don't know my ass from my head anymore. And so anyways, thank you to all of you for hanging out and kind of giving me the time on this video log. I will see you all later. I really hate doing these video logs. I sincerely do. They feel so, I don't know, narcissistic. I just don't like that about them. And so anyway, but I owe you guys an explanation. So here I am. You know, I'm the kind of person who likes to take responsibility for things. And so I will see you all later. There will be 2 videos a day, 1 video a day from here on out, just like there always has been. I missed a day last week, but that was due to I had a major technical issue on my side, and I needed time to get it fixed. And so anyways, I'll see you here. I'll see you on the stream. Thank you for stopping on in, and I will see you all later. Feel free to leave me your comments down below. I will be going through them. I know I don't have a ton of time to read comments anymore and go through things, but I have been trying really hard lately, and I've generally gotten the feeling from some of the negative comments I'm getting lately that there's a portion of my audience that feels ignored and feels frustrated with the way that things have been going, and I wanted to make a video log to kind of address that and at least let you know that I'm aware. I do go through the comments, and I do read them from time to time, and it's just I don't know how to respond anymore now that my audience is reasonably large, and I just don't know how to connect with people right now. I really wish that I did, and I really wish that I had the answers and the words, but as I said, it took me a week to make this video because I didn't even know what I was going to say. And so I'll see y'all around. I look forward to many more videos, and it'll be fun. I'm gonna try and bring the quality level up. I really sincerely am, because I know it's been slipping lately. All right, everybody? Bye.